special treat for you, man. I got a real special treat for you.
For
What's the theory? What's the theme of the day?
The theme of the day is the W.C. Gorden Classic.
It is the W.C. Gorden Classic, and I got somebody coming up right now. And I'm gonna bring the family on too. We got the son of Coach Gorden, Robin Gorden here. Chuck, take it away.
How you doing, Chuck?
How you doing, Robin Gorden, man? Welcome into the pregame show. It is phenomenal to have you on, buddy.
Thank you, man. Man, I'm down here. I'm like a blind dog in the meat factory. I've been coming to this stadium since 1967, and it never changes. Game day is just a feeling that you have, and I'm just thankful to be here.
You know, Robin, you not only played for your dad, you talk about this iconic Jackson State football team, but talk about Coach Gordon's impact on Jackson State football.
My father's impact starts with the word tradition. Every year that we came in, starting in August, he would always bring in older players, older alumni, and the only thing that they would talk about was tradition and winning. And that has carried forth through today. And that's what he stands for, tradition and winning, living your life the way it's supposed to be, and being an excellent citizen. So basically, that's it.
Well, I see you have the family in the background. Tell us a little bit who you have in the background there.
Okay, in the background, I got my brother, Craig Gorden, who was a band member at Jackson State University, alum student. I have Kayla Gorden, former my brother's daughter. She's a former JSET, head of the JSET. I have his son right here, CJ. He played in the boom, trumpet player. I have Erin, his wife, who he just got married just a little while ago. Hey, she's a Tennessee State alum, but we're trying to acclimate her to the next game. All right, I got my daughter right here, Cameron, my youngest one, and she actually lives in Nashville. She's got her job in Nashville. And I have my oldest one, my namesake, Robin. And, you know, we just here because we love Jackson State. We love the camaraderie. We love to be here on Saturdays, and we love to win. And we want to get back to that win. We like to win.
Well, I tell you what, Rob.
Yes, sir.
We really appreciate you coming on the pregame show. I hear Kayla in the background back there. We really appreciate you coming on the pregame show and sharing Coach Gorden with us all these years, and really providing that tradition that is the backbone of Jackson State football.
Right. And look, before we get off, my brother Craig, who we've been coming, like I said, we've been coming to this stadium since 1967 when they were splitting games at Alumni Field in here. And Craig likes to say a few words, if you don't mind.
Oh, go for it, Craig.
Hello?
Craig Gorden, man, welcome into the pregame show.
Hey, thank you very much. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I was just telling Robin the lasting impact that W.C. Gorden has had on this Jackson State football family. You talk about one of the winningest coach in Jackson State football history, but you guys, as his sons, shared him with the football world, the Jackson State football community. So thankful as always.
Well, you know, we came here in 1967. Rob Page, who was the Secretary of Education for George Bush, hired my father. Man, we had 11 players who got drafted in the 68 draft. We had 6 more players that went as free agents. That records to it, we had 17 players that went in that draft, featuring Harold Jackson, Berlin Biggs, players like that. And that record wasn't broken until Pete Carroll at USC with Palomalu in that group.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
That just show you the history that we have. From 1966 to 1976, the SWAC, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, they had all conferences and drafted football players. From 1966 to 1976.
That is a tremendous stat. And you know what, Craig? You know, I can't say enough. I mean, that is what we see now with the SEC, the backbone of it is the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and Jackson State was right in the mix, providing All-Americans, Hall of Famers. It is the tradition that keeps giving back.
That's right. But the key to W.C. Gorden, when he became head coach in 1977, my dad brought in Coach Melvin P.
Yes.
My dad brought in Coach Houston Markham. My dad brought in Coach Cardell Jones. We already had Judge Robert Hughes, and he brought in Coach Carson. And that was the nucleus of his staff. And them guys used to meet every other weekend at my house. My mom would pick some gumbo. They had a little, little nightcap on the table, and they talked football. They talked X's and O's. And they talked about each and every player, but they loved those guys.
Yeah.
And that's the key to being a coach, being a teacher. When you love those guys, they're gonna love you in return.
Yes, indeed.
And my dad gave all the credit. He said, hey, if we had a good recruiting class, it is up to us as coaches to coach them up. I've seen a lot of teams that had talent, but they weren't coached up. That's the key. Bill Walsh was a coach. Vince Lombardi was a coach.
Yeah.
Bear Bryant was a coach. Marino Chasm was a coach. Eddie Robinson was a coach. It's imperative that we have to coach up your players to be successful.
Yes, indeed. Craig, man, we really appreciate you stopping by the pregame show and sharing those words of wisdom. Like you said, you got to coach them up. You got to coach them up.
That's what it's all about. Show them love. These are men. These are black men. My dad always said, they hate Obama, but I don't see nothing but Obama on that football field and on that basketball court. So you got to show some love. You got to care about these guys, and they're going to give it to you in return. That's the key.
Yes, indeed.
It's beyond football. My dad wanted you to graduate. He wanted you to vote, to be a citizen, to respect our black women, and do the right thing.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Craig and Robert Gorden, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by the pregame show, man. Thank you as always. Thank you for sharing your dad. Thank you for the words of wisdom today.
We love you, man. Keep up the good job. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Go Tigers.
All right. Go Tigers. All right. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it, brother Gordon. So what you think about that, man? What you think about that, man? What about that name dropping, man? What about that name dropping? Melvin P.
Yes, indeed.
Cardell, come on, man. Y'all get so much history on the pregame show. Y'all got everything from the Jay Says to the Boom marching in to the Gorden family standing right here.
That's awesome to see, man. That's awesome to see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Chuck, man, we are about 12 minutes and 30 seconds to kickoff. You know where I got to go.
I know where you got to go, man. Well, I tell you what, man, so that you can get there, we're going to take a quick break here on the pregame show here on the Black College Sports Network. It's Charles Bishop and Neely, the pregame show.
In honor of Coach Gorden, our entire team is turning red for JSU.
Santa Mookies is turning red.
For JSU! Woo!
We're turning red for JSU.
Woo!
We're turning red for JSU.
Turning red for JSU! Woo! JSU! Woo!